Hello loves! Summer is coming to an end for cooler weather and fall colors, which means my favorite time of year for another seasonal transition in decorating in my home. This year is about simple elegance combining horizontal lines, black and white colors, and neutral fall elements. If you're interested in how I'm decorating my home so far, my series Fall into Autumn will be linked in the iCard above. My thought process is to bring the same decorating concept through my home for continuity, so you will see some blacks, some whites, and some tans to complete the look. On the right side at the very top, there's a small blank wall to start. I've added a small vignette of pumpkins and some white leaves. And to give it some height, I use a stand to sit one of the pumpkins on. To fill in the spaces, I added 3 white large maple leaves, pine cone, and a little moss for texture. Right in the center of the small space is a home sign that I purchased from Michael's. I love the script on this sign and how it looks on the wall. Remember, my concept for this year is simplicity with black lines and neutral colors. So I didn't want anything to take the eye away from the sign with anything above it or below it. On the left side of the design, I added a large tan pumpkin tilted just a little to give interest to complete the look. On the far left side, there is another small space on top of the cabinet. I added another pumpkin vignette, this time using 2 levels of stands for 2 pumpkins, and the third pumpkin tilted forward at the base of the stand. To add another level of interest in this design, I did some DIYs. Now these plates were from Dollar Tree. They were plain white Dollar Tree plates and cups. So I drew lines on the cups and the plates to bring some of those horizontal lines throughout the home. To add interest, I smudged some of those lines to match the throw pillows I'm using on my chairs. This was so much fun and so easy to do with paint pens. Now this is a great idea to do if you can't find a certain design or accessory that you want to incorporate in your design. You can just create your own. Now, here's a disclaimer. If you want to be able to eat on these dishes and wash them, then you need the materials to do so. They have paints and glazes to do that. So don't do that if you're just painting in with paint pens like I'm doing here. This is only for decorating purposes. The second shelf of the cabinet is always larger than the first and the third. Here's where I add my decorative elements. And in doing this, I remembered that this is a cabinet for storing dishes. So I tried to merge the dishes and my seasonal decor in a way it complements both. For this year, I wanted one large decorative element that represents fall. And this basket of white baby breaths, pine cones, and large white maple leaves makes a gorgeous, simple floor arrangement. On the same shelf on the left side are 3 pumpkin bowls. Now you may be familiar with these. I have about 6 of them and I use them in my fall design all the time. If you haven't seen it, my cafe tablescape have these bowls as part of the tablescape. So if you're interested, I will link that in the iCard above. Each pumpkin is placed on a level using stands and more pine cones and maple leaves to finish the side of the shelf. We come to the last shelf in the cabinet where I display more DIY saucers and cups. On the right side are 2 painted pumpkin saucers and a DIY cup. The saucers are displayed using 2 easels. One display is elevated using a stand to create another level of interest. A DIY striped cup to match the plate is also placed next to the saucer display for more contrasting effect. If you are interested in how I created the stand, you can view the video in the iCard above. On the left side, I wanted to create a nice display of my DIY cups by creating more elevation using boxes. The boxes are gift boxes I purchased from Michaels. That would do it for me, my friends. Hopefully I've given you some ideas how you can get a beautiful display using DIY items, creative ways to use elevation, and fall elements to create a beautiful fall glass display for your cabinet or shelf. Until the next video. Don't forget to visit my other social media platforms for ideas and tips to decorate, organize, or better your home living. Until the next time, my friends, smooches!